What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're once again back here with another Madden 26 rebuild, and today we're back in the AFC, and today we have the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns at the moment have a very interesting quarterback room and a lot of other interesting things going on, so let's go ahead and jump in and rebuild the Cleveland Browns in Madden 26. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one, subscribe if you're new to this channel, as always, greatly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 10,000 subs, so if you'd like to help us reach that goal, if you are new around here, hit the subscribe button. That would be greatly appreciated. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're working with today for the Cleveland Browns. So funny enough, they actually have Deshaun Watson starting, which obviously I don't think is going to happen, but you have Judkins, you have Sampson. Obviously Judkins has had some offseason problems already. Seems like he's been cleared of everything and he'll be just fine. Now the Browns did just sign Isaiah Bond, but he is not in Madden at all. At least I can't find him. So unfortunately we're not going to have Isaiah Bond in this video, which is a little disappointing, but like I said, I can't find him. They may add him in an update, so maybe I should have waited. You could argue that, but it is what it is. Defensively, we have the new middle linebacker, and Carson. I know his first name is Carson, but I don't know how to say his last name, so I'm gonna mess it up. So I'm not even gonna say it. So Carson, new rookie linebacker, and then it looked like we obviously have Mason Graham at D tackle as well. And of course, the main thing they did was re-sign Myles Garrett after he had requested a trade and acted like he wanted to go win. But he stayed in Cleveland. And I know JOK, I think, has like a really bad injury in real life, but we do play with injuries off in these first couple of Madden rebuilds we're going to do. So the schemes look good. So we're going to leave those the same. The only thing we're going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead, even though I don't think this is what's going to happen in real life, I am going to start Shedeur Sanders right away. Again, I don't know if he will start in real life. I think he's looked pretty sharp in preseason. It definitely won't be Deshaun Watson, but it wouldn't shock me if it was like Kenny Pickett or Joe Flacco. Those are my two predictions for the starter, but I'm going to start Shedeur Sanders. Let's have some fun with it. I'm also going to have Judkins start, and I'll probably put Dylan Sampson in there as well, since they're both hidden dev over Jerome Ford. Obviously, Jared Jeudy is our wide receiver 1 at the moment. They have Deontay Johnson, Cedric Tillman. So let's go ahead, simulate year number 1, and we're going to see how this Cleveland Browns team does with Shedeur Sanders leading the way. So at the end of year number 1, we finished up, unfortunately, at 6-11, so nothing too crazy here. If we look at the recap, Joe Burrow won MVP. Liam on the Jaguars is our coach of the year. Offensive of the year goes to Puka. Defensive player of the year goes to TJ Watt. And as far as rookies, got the Titans edge rusher and then Marion Hampton winning it. And then Baker Mayfield wins Super Bowl MVP. The Bucs become 3-time Super Bowl champions. So let's go take a look at our stats after going 6-11. So offensively, we were 31st in NFL, which is obviously not that good. Defensively, 32nd. So both sides of the ball were just really bad. Shedeur had 22 and 15 in his rookie season. He had 5 touchdowns and 459 yards from Judkins. We had absolutely, we did split the backfield, I will say, but damn, we had basically no production at all rushing the ball, which is kind of crazy. Jerry Jeudy, he had 6 touchdowns, 1,000 yards, 800 for Cedric Tillman, 600 for Deontay Johnson, and 600 from Njoku with only 1 touchdown. Sacks-wise, Myles Garrett, of course, did get in 16 there, 4.5 from the Rook, Mason Graham, 4.5 from Mike Hall. Interceptions, we had 3 from Denzel Ward, 3 from Rayshon Jenkins, and 2 from Greg Newsome. Let's get to the re-signing stage. So we have Njoku here, we have Greg Newsome here, we have Martin Emerson, Tevin Jenkins, Wyatt Teller, Jerome Baker. Quite a few free agents to cycle through, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with Njoku. I think it's kind of important that we do keep a good weapon for Shedeur to continue to develop. I'm going to continue to roll Shedeur hopefully throughout the video, but if I feel like it's not working, maybe we pull the plug eventually. Greg Newsome I'd like to keep as well. I know Martin Emerson, I think, hurt himself in real life, if I'm not mistaken. So Greg Newsome says he's going to test free agency. That's totally fine. If I can get Martin Emerson back, at least that would be nice. So if we can get him and then maybe he becomes our corner too. He says no as well. I'm not going to franchise tag either of them. Tevin Jenkins, 28 years old. He is a starting solid guard, so I'm going to look to re-sign him. He does stick around. And then I guess Wyatt Teller, with how old he is, I'll probably let him go. And then Jerome Baker, I'll probably let walk. I'll probably let Deontay Johnson walk. So yeah, this I think is all fine. Yeah, we're going to roll with what we have. So, and then one thing we could also do, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is we can actually, which is in GM's office, I think we can cut Deshaun Watson, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, we could look at that. Save $46 million. Yeah, definitely sign me up for that. So we're going to release Deshaun Watson, and we'll hit up free agency. So we're currently bidding on 6 players in free agency, as I'm trying to get Zach Tom, but more than likely I'm not going to land him. Ryan Kelly, Reed Blankenship, Kendall Fuller, Chidobe Awuzie, and Arnold as well. So we're going to see if any of these guys decide to sign with us. More than likely we'll get like 4 of the 6 if I had to guess, but let's go ahead and see what happens here. So We do have 3 players still pending. So Reed Blankenship, we're still his only offer, which is good. Uzier is starting to kind of filter everything. But we got Kelly, Fuller, and Arnold, which is great. 3 guys we definitely needed to fill out some depth here, or just starter spots in general. Still confident we'll get Reed Blankenship. I may up my offer on Reed on Zach Tom, because our offensive line is not good right now. So if we can get Zach Tom on this team somehow, that would be great. But again, we're not his #1 offer, so I doubt we'll get him. So let's see if he does decide to choose us. And he actually did choose us. Wow. So we did not get the other corner we were going for, though. So that's fine. We got everybody else. So we'll definitely take that. No sweat off my back. Jadobi Wuze does not choose us. So this is what it's looking like now. So getting Zach Tom is a big addition. Like I said, we needed some offensive line help in the worst way possible. We've gotten that. So now it's mainly just a guard spot to fill. I feel like we need another wide receiver to help Shador as well. But yeah, our guard spot's a little weak. Ryan Kelly's only here for a little bit longer. Conklin's kind of older, I believe, as well. So definitely some more work to be done on the O-line, but I'm, pretty happy for the most part. Defensively, looks decent as well with Arnold now starting. Kendall Fuller's fine. Reed Blankenship filling out that other safety spot. So not too bad. So now we can head to the draft, and we'll see what we can do on draft night. We should have a decently high pick, so hopefully we can hit big in the draft. So unfortunately, I didn't really see any good wide receivers to take just yet. So I do think I'm going to settle here on Sean Jones. We'll more than likely be starting at that left guard spot for us. We need to find O-linemen to keep building for the future. Because like I said, some of the guys we have are only here for the short term. Forgot we have a late first round pick in this draft too. For the life of me though, I cannot seem to remember why they have that. Was that... They definitely made a trade on draft night for whatever reason. It's escaping my mind on why, but I'm going to settle on Sean Jones here, and we're going to hope that end up being a good pick. So if he'll be the new guy to block. So, okay, 53 true value. Is in dev, probably could have been a better pick. Maybe we reached it a little bit, but still necessary as a guy to protect Shador Sanders going forward. Let's try to hit bigger on the 28th pick. I think this is going to be our next draft pick. We're going to go with Luke Lampman. He's 6'2", out of Tennessee. He's got jumping elite, great speed, strength is good. I have not been able to find an elite speed wide receiver. Round 1 projection, 65% scouted. So this is going to be the guy to hopefully have another weapon paired with Shador Sanders. So let's see if that ends up working out or not. And he will end up being a... Oh boy, did Madden just crash on me? I think the game may have just crashed on me. We're frozen right now. Okay, we're still there. Don't know what's going on, so I guess when the game... I don't know what... I'll get back to you. So I had to completely exit the game, so I truly have no idea how that wide receiver was or how good he was, unfortunately. But I am going to go ahead and take our new center. He's going to be playing behind Ryan Kelly for a year, but it's going to be Eric Amaro. Like I said, I'm very much investing in protecting Shador going forward. So Eric is going to be the pick here in round 2. And we'll see if that ended up being a good pick. 73 true value, draft 39. So I just keep reaching on everybody so far, other than I don't know what the wide receiver was, but whatever. So far this draft has not been the best, I will admit, but it is depth nonetheless. And now we can go to round 3 and try to hit on this last selection. This will be the last guy we're going to take. We're going to take Jordan Strickland. He's got very good grades across the board, so I do think he's the necessary pick here. Free safety is not like our main priority by any means, but maybe somebody who could play somewhere in the defense, so I'm going to be taking him. 18 in true value, drive 71. So it looks like we maybe made up for some other bad picks. I, again, have no idea how good that wide receiver was, so let's go find out. So we're an 83 overall with an 83 offense and an 85 defense going into this season. So the wide receiver we drafted ended up being a 73 overall, which isn't too, or 74 now, but that's not too bad. So we can throw him at wide receiver 2 right away and kind of let him develop as much as possible. We got our new first round pick as well, starting at left guard, as I mentioned. Amaro was a 72 overall, so that wasn't horrible by any means, but obviously could have been better. So have Sampson and Judkins as your RBs, and on the defensive side of the football, we basically just added Strickland, which he'll be playing slot corner for us this year. So pretty good pick still, in my opinion. Okay, so as far as our offense and defense, like the playbooks didn't impress me too much last year. Like our running backs were barely involved, which was very weird to me. I'm going to give it another chance, though, and hope that maybe it'll be different this time. I have no idea if it will be. I'm going to leave it with Cleveland Stefanski for now, but if we end up being really bad and the rushing production is still like 400 and 400 piece, maybe we change it. But I'll see you guys at the end of year 2, hoping for another, solid season out of Shador. I mean, another solid. He was okay year 1, but, improving would be fantastic. We'll see. So we got a 1-game improvement from last year as we ended up going 7-10 this time around. The Chargers won their first Super Bowl in franchise history, so shout out to them for that. Lamar wins MVP. John Harbaugh, Coach of the Year. Puka Nacua, once again, another Offensive Player of the Year. Micah Parsons, Offensive of the year, our offensive rookie goes to Wes Calhoun, and then the edge from the Commanders, which the Commanders could use an edge in real life. He wins defensive rookie of the year, so that gives me a lot of positive vibes going forward, hopefully. So let's look at the player stats. So offensively, 31st in the NFL. So again, our offense is not moving up the board at all. Defensively, though, we were better. So I do think offensive playbook change is going to be necessary this upcoming season. I just don't like what I'm seeing out of this playbook at all. 892 yards from Jerry Jeudy. Our rookie wasn't too bad with 800 as well. But yeah, once we change the playbook, I think everything will be fine on offense. We probably should, Arnold ended up with 9 sacks too, which was nice. But yeah, we should probably, and then our rookie Jordan Strickland had 3 interceptions. We should definitely change the offense playbook. I think defense playbook is fine enough. Offensive playbook, it's not doing it for me. It just isn't. So we'll see what we can do going into this season. So we got 9 players to negotiate with. We got Grant Delpit, which I'd like to keep him. Fuller, probably going to let him go. Tillman, probably let him go. Yeah, so and then Malik Collins would probably let go as well. So the only guy I'm pretty interested in, of course, is Grant Delpit. If we can get him back, we'll keep this safety room nice and healthy, so that's going to be nice. Okay, so safeties are not needed. Still need to address corner in a big way. So if like Marlon Humphrey's sitting here in the offseason like he does sometimes, or whoever it may be, that would be the most ideal thing we could do. So let's take a look. I'm still not giving up on Shedeur Sanders, even though it's not been great. He's up to a 78 overall. I'm still, holding out hope that maybe change the offense playbook would change things. I am fine with starting Amaro this year. I still want to bring in another wide receiver for sure. So offensive line, I'm cool. So I think on the offense, the only thing I want to do, change the playbook, obviously, and get ourselves another wide receiver. Hopefully an elite one. Defensively, we have Carson up to superstar dev, and then Strickland superstar dev now as well. So that pick was awesome. D-line's looking good enough to me. We need corners, and we need wide receivers. That's what we need right now. So let's go try to fetch that. So I am all over Marlon Humphrey, as I did name him, but unfortunately, he's not very interested in coming here, which makes sense. I'm also over Jameson Williams and Rasul Douglas, so I'm hoping Humphrey decides to choose us. We did win the Zach Tom battle, so maybe we are going to get lucky and win the Marlon Humphrey battle as well. I gave him a lot of money, so let's see if we do get him to sign for us. Moment of truth. He does choose us. So Marlon Humphrey, absolutely amazing. We get Rasul Douglas in here, we'll be in good business. So we get our corners, we get our wide receiver we're looking for as well, and Jameson Williams. We could have went after Zay Flowers as well, but I felt like him and I don't know, I could be bugging, but him to Washington's interesting too. But I feel like him and Jerry Jeudy are kind of similar in a way. I don't know. That's why I just felt like we didn't probably need to go after Zay Flowers in this scenario. But now we have Jameson Williams and Jerry Jeudy and our rookie from last year, so that is feeling pretty good. Offensive playbook change is about to come. We still have the draft as well. So this is actually looking like a damn good team, especially adding Marlon Humphrey. I feel like this team could make some noise next year. We might be able to sneak back into the playoffs, but we need a good draft to cap this offseason off, and we should be in good business. So these are never sexy picks, but I am going to go ahead and once again select an offensive lineman at the top of the board. When I tell you that almost every single top player is a quarterback left for me, I am not exaggerating. So yes, while we could be taking a quarterback to replace Shedeur, I'm continuing to roll with Shedeur Sanders. I think once we get a playbook change, he's going to ball out. So I'm going with William Levine. He's obviously going to maybe take over for Conklin eventually. So welcome to the Browns, William Levine. And of course, he is a reach and a half, but whatever, he's at least hitting dev, so that sucks, but it is what it is. Next guy I'm going to be taking here is another linebacker and Riley Ham to have depth on that side of the ball. A-zone coverage looks pretty good. His strength is poor, but his speed is great, so that's why we like him. So have not found an elite speed player in this video, unfortunately. 97 true value, drafted at 41, only normal dev, but thankfully he's just going to be depth, so I'm kind of glad we have our team completed because I'm going to be honest, we have not drafted super well today. It's been kind of disappointing. This guy has been staring me in the face since round 1, and I am going to take him in round 3. So we have Lance Mooney here. He's got strength elite, throw power elite. I mean, like I said, he's been sitting on the board since round 1, so I'm going to take him and give Shedeur Sanders maybe a little bit of pressure. So welcome Lance Mooney. Shedeur Sanders should unlock something within himself. So 76 true value, drafted at 73. Only normal dev, so again, just a move that really doesn't make sense in Madden necessarily, but as we all know, sometimes drafting a quarterback puts pressure on the guy in the building, and maybe he decides to perform better, whatever. But that is our draft. Again, we did get a good safety last year in last year's draft, but other than that, man, drafting has been kind of piss poor today. It is what it is, but let's go take a look at the lineup going into year 3 with an offensive playbook change. We are an 85 overall with an 84 offense and an 88 defense. So, like I said, gives me a lot of optimistic hope that this team is turning a corner, but we'll see how this is going to go. The left tackle we did take, like I said, is going to eventually probably start over Conklin when he is ready to walk out the door. Sampson's up to an 83, Judkins 82. We got Jerry Jeudy, Lampman, we got Jameson Williams, Njoku still at tight end. Defensively, we have Blankenship, we have Strickland, which I'm going to go ahead and start him with him being superstar dev. They also drafted us a D tackle who's a 75 overall, so I do appreciate that. I love that for us. Okay, so as far as scheme is concerned, like I said, offensively, I'd like to change it to something that's going to work better for us. So vertical zone run. What playbook do we want to run, though? Stefanski is supposed to be an offensive mind, but man, I do not like what I've seen so far. I could run KC's and probably guarantee something, but I think I'm going to try to run Green Bay's. I think Green Bay's is a nice balanced one that I used to love in Madden 25 that always gave me good results. Will it give me good results in Madden 26? Well, we're about to find out. I need better running production. I need Shador to ball out a little bit more, and I'm hoping we'll see that within this third season, but we'll see how it goes. So once again, nothing different for this season. 6-11 has been the trend for us. 6-11, 7-10. We cannot seem to get out of our own way. Despite all the talent we have, maybe Shador is not the guy. I don't want to say that, but we're going to have to look and see how he did this season. Maybe the stats back something up. Maybe Green Bay's playbook was on the move. We're about to find our answers, but I really wanted to see a lot of improvement this season. We just didn't get that. So let's go ahead and take a look to see how the recap went. So Jalen Hurts wins MVP. The Eagles also get themselves another Super Bowl. D'Amico Ryans is your coach of the year. Ayuk is your offensive player of the year. Max Crosby, you got your offensive rookie of the year and defensive rookie of the year there as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stats to see what went wrong. So offensively, we did improve, and Shador seemed like he played better. That's good. And the defensive side of the football, we just regressed like crazy. So 36-12, I mean, I'm happy to see that. If he unlocks star dev, I think that'd be even better. Running production still wasn't anything spectacular. We got Jeudy with 1,000 yards, 900 from Jameson Williams, 700 from Luke. Defensive side of the football, Myles Garrett only 12 sacks this time and 8 from Mason Graham. Interceptions, 3, 2, 2, and 2. I don't know. All in all, I mean, I feel like it was okay, but just not what we wanted to see. So the biggest thing here is to keep everything intact. Maybe we need to go after a better running back. Like, if that's what it takes to get 1,000 yards out of these guys, maybe neither one of these guys we have are capable of doing it. Denzel Ward, I'd like to keep. I think we're on the verge, so close. I think in year 4, we can make the playoffs. I think I might go after a better running back. I don't know. That's kind of my thinking right now, but we'll see. JOK, definitely want to keep him. Jeudy, my call. So a lot of these guys I would like to keep. Nathaniel Watson, I'll go for him as well. And the biggest thing is we're going to go after a different running back, I think. I don't really know what else to do. I need better running production. JOK, we'll try to get him back as well. Big part of what we do at linebackers. So let's see if he accepts. He accepts. He does. All right. And then Jeudy is going to be, well, my call as well. I think he's fine. Although we do have Valdez, but having a good D tackle rotation is always important. And then Jerry Jeudy is going to be the last one. We'll hope to get him back. It would suck if we lost him, but we'll see. He says no. I don't think Jerry Jeudy is capable of worth a franchise tag worth $43 million. So we'll revisit it in free agency. If not, we're going to lose him, and Conklin's also going to be gone as well. So let's head up free agency, and let's see if a running back is something we could do this offseason or whatever it may be. So the only thing we're trying to do in free agency is basically Jerry Jeudy back and Brandon Aubrey to be our kickers. So let's see if we get those guys. We do get Jeudy and Brandon Aubrey. We only have $10 million in cap space. There was a couple of options here in free agency to go after, but all in all, no running backs are like replace what we have going on. So I don't know. I feel like I want to see better production out of these guys. Unfortunately, we're just not seeing that right now. Shador is up to an 84 with a 4 morale boost at the moment. He played well last year. I mean, you'd like to think with an 86 and 85, you'd get better production. Maybe there's something I'm doing wrong. Njoku is up to, or down to an 84 rather, but Superstar X Factor. And then you do have also Strickland unlocking Superstar X Factor, which is nice too. But I like what I'm seeing. It's just a matter of putting it all together. So we still have the draft ahead of us. Maybe there's an elite running back we can draft. Maybe a new playbook is still something we need to do. Let's go figure it out. The round one, we're going to be drafting ourselves a corner. Ramondre Boone is going to be the pick. Speed is good. Strength is great. Solid jumping. Elite change of direction, 4.42. But a corner added to the building. Let's see if he is a good pick. Wow, we actually did a good pick in the first round today. Number 6 in true value, draft number 6. Only normal dev, though. Damn, okay, that kind of sucks. Oh, well, it is what it is. And now we can go to round Finally found our elite speed, and it comes at the linebacker position. We're taking Colin Dwyer here. Speed is elite, 4.49, 40-yard dash, A pursuit, A zone. So this will be the pick. I think I'm going to let the AI take care of the third rounder as well. 8 through true value, drafted to 38, and he is hidden dev, 88 speed linebacker. So another guy added a linebacker spot. At this point, I feel like our roster is pretty much complete. It's just a matter of getting a better simulation. We have not had that just yet. We're about to go into year 4. We'll see if patience finally pays off. So at the end of year number 4, we finally had ourselves a good season. We go 13-4 and win the division as well. Love to see that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. So I don't see anybody in the top 3 as far as performers are concerned or anything like that, but I'm just glad that we're here in the playoff mix. So offensively, we were 20th in the NFL, and on the defensive side of the football, we were 8th in the NFL. So I decided to change the playbook to the Raiders playbook because I wanted to see how much that would impact our running game, and it definitely did. So 1,200 yards from Judkins and 12 touchdowns to go alongside that. So Shador obviously didn't pass the ball as much, but we were a run and gun team, or ran the ball more, which was what I wanted. So here was your receiving stats. Again, nothing to be very excited about. We weren't throwing the ball that much. We were running the ball, ground and pound, 16.5 from Myles Garrett, 10 from Arnold, 6 from Mason Graham, 5.5 from Mike Hall. And here is your interceptions: 3 from Ward, 2 from Strickland, 1 from Carson, and 1 from Reed Blankenship. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in and play the Dolphins. So let's see if we have what it takes to take out the Dolphins in round 1 and our first appearance in the playoffs in this video. The wild card weekend, Miami comes into town. Let's see if Judkins can lead us to the promised land, and that is just out of the play, or out of round 1, I guess. And so far, both defenses are playing well until they get a field goal up. Can we go score a touchdown? No, we cannot. When I had the Raiders playbook in the Raiders video, obviously they were unstoppable, which is why I kind of did what I did. So far, our offense has been able to do absolutely nothing, though. We can finally tie it, though, which is good. And now they'll take the lead 6-3. But I didn't come in here just to lose by a field goal. Let's come out here and be more aggressive, and let's get Shador a playoff win drive if we can. So let's see if we have what it takes to make that happen. So I'm going to start with Judkins, even though that lent absolutely nowhere. Probably a bad read by me. Actually, it was a bad read. There's no probably in that scenario. So we just got to get in field goal range, or obviously, if we're able to get a touchdown, that's even better. So let's see. I'm going to give Judy a chance one-on-one. And wow, what a play by Jerry Jeudy. Literally mossed that guy at that point, basically. So we'll take that. Let's continue to push this ball down the field, though. Had to get rid of that very quickly. So let's see if we can't maybe hold on to this a little bit longer. I'm going to give Judy another chance. He's one-on-one again. Going to go aggro. This time does not come down with it. 2nd and 10. So we have Brandon Aubrey as our kicker. So worst case scenario, we can tie the game. That's good. But again, I'm not looking to tie the game. I'm looking to win this bad boy in regulation. We're not trying to go to overtime. So let's see if I can't get something going on here. So I might have to scramble this upfield. I did not see anything open. We're going to get 3rd and 1. I'll call my first time out probably. We need to think about this. So I think I'm going to give Judkins a chance to get us this first down. Now, this will be our last time out used. We only need 1 yard, but I think getting that 1 yard is pretty necessary right now. Going to get more than 1 yard. Going to get a lot more, so we'll take that. I'm going to go no huddle to start things off here. We'll see if we can't get something off quicker than... so let's see if they're expecting another run play. Probably not, but I'm still going to go ahead and run it anyway. Okay, so if this clears, which it does, Jameson Williams just has the speed, and we'll get this in the end zone. Okay, so all we got to do is have our defense hold on, and... All right, guys, I'm out. I'll talk to you guys later. How the hell did they just score in like 20 seconds? Or whatever. I don't even know how much clock was remaining, but they just scored a touchdown. We held them to 6 points all game, but on the final drive, we just let them go down and score. That's awesome. Let's see what happened. So, Tua goes, so kickoff, Waddle 28, Carlos Colon 28, and then 15 yards. It was 3 plays and touchdown. 6 points all game, but they want to let up a touchdown. All right, I'm out. See y'all later.